Now we've had another attack in Brussels, the heart of the EU, you know, going to make us all think of stability and terrorism, probably stick to the EU, maybe even draw more compassion so we think, we will stand by our EU countries who've apparently been blown up. It's the fucking government once again, not Muslims. Every attack is the government, mate, to breed support for these wars, to keep us in a state of fear, you know. Once again they found a passport, once again they know it was Muslims, once again they know it was ISIS, you know. They're always pretty damn sure about what they do know. Do you know what I'm saying? But they can't stop ISIS. They don't do anything to defeat them. They condemn Russia for blowing them up. Meanwhile, Turkey's just doing what it wants, blowing the Kurds up, killing the Kurds. But yet the Kurds are apparently fighting ISIS, and ISIS are our enemy. And Turkey shot down a Russian plane who was fighting ISIS, yeah? But you know, but that Turkey's our friend apparently, and you know, Russia's the enemy and ISIS is the enemy. And once again, limited if any mobile phone footage, no main TV stations are there, they're all miles away, just parked by random bushes. Doesn't seem to be any witnesses, so there's no witnesses. The camera crews haven't been to the scene because obviously it's armed response and there's a crime, but yet they know it's Muslim, they know it's ISIS, and they found a passport once again. What this is a false flag. And there's always a reason for the false flag. So we've had George Osborne at the start of the week using the budget talk to mention the EU, which he shouldn't. Then we had Ian Duncan Smith quit, saying it was over benefits and that. But when David Cameron writes him a letter back to his response for quitting, he happened to mention Europe. It's bollocks, mate. It's a fucking false flag. It wouldn't surprise me if nobody died whatsoever. It's just lies. I could get a camera now and say a bomb's gone off and get a few people to run round. Would you know any difference? No. But you can be damn sure we're going to be asked to stand in solidarity, you know, and probably change our fucking profile picture on Facebook. What about the Iraqis? What about the Libyans? What about the Syrians? What about the fucking Palestinians? Never mind fucking Europe. Some might say we deserve to get fucking blew up, mate. The way we go on and the atrocities that we commit constantly. You know, it's not so much the government to blame, it's the people. We don't need to accept this. Or what I say, enough's enough. It's fucking high time we get down Downing Street before they decide to blow us up and tell us it was Muslims. It's high time we get down to Downing Street while they're weak. IDS is gone, the Tory party's in bits. Let's demand an election. Let's demand that these people get out of power, because they're not doing anything. They've had how long to tackle ISIS? ISIS have got bigger and bigger and more powerful. They've had how long to tackle the debt, and the debt's got higher and higher. So, and no matter what this government says about helping us, they're actually doing the opposite. They're endangering us all the time, they're covering up child abuse. So, you know, this is a true reflection of the world what we're living in. You need to not turn the BBC on and not be listening to them things. It's called propaganda. And the propaganda for a reason. Operation Mockingbird. Google that. It's to control the media, to tell us what to do and what to think. You know, so once again, a terrorist attack, and we know all the facts. But none of us were there. We're not allowed to go there. And once again, bomb-proof passports. It's high time people wake up, mate. It's high time everyone gets hand together down that Downing Street. It's not going to be long before we get a bomb go off and they're telling us it's Muslims. It's the fucking government, mate. That's who it is. And anyone who doesn't want to discuss these things is just as dangerous as the government. Anyone who wants to be oblivious or ignorant to it is just as dangerous as the government, and you're not doing anything to help this country or these people. You're furthering the propaganda, you're furthering the charade, what is the war on terror. You know, so wake up, smell the coffee. Let's not stand with them, let's not show them any compassion, and let's not be drawn into a pro-Europe. That's what this is all about. They don't want us to leave Europe. So we'll all stand together. Fuck that, man. We need to get our army back onto our shores, into our streets, so they're there to protect us. We need to get them patrolling our coastline, because we're not in the Schengen Agreement in Europe, because we're our own island. That's where our army needs to be, not fighting these shitty wars. Do you know what I mean? Maybe helping some of the disabled people who've had the benefits cut by the government. That's where we need our army now, back in this country. You know, and we only need to look over there. And if we don't get this government out of power, if we don't do something and find some sort of common ground just to get a new leadership, it's going to be us next. It's going to be us having a bomb going off or a false flag. Could be our kids blew up by the government blaming Muslims. You know, do we need that civil disorder and unrest in our streets? No, we don't, mate. So again, it's high time we come together and hold these people accountable. What say you, man? I say we get down to Downing Street within the week. I say we force these paedophiles out of power. Sick of them, mate.